maybe isn't going to have the advantage of looking at.
Well, something that facilitates the break and it adds to the fact that he's got that power is that we're using the Sardo rack. The Sardo rack is set the standard for racks that are manufactured today. We also have loose Sardo here to rack the balls. Something you pointed out, it's very deceiving. That rack is very lightweight. It only weighs 2.5 pounds. It's made of a carbonate, plastic, and aluminum, and it's injected molded for fast and accurate construction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very, very quickly, he pocketed a ball on the break. He would like possibly to take the low balls. They may be a position a little bit better than the high balls, considering the 10 and the 15 are kind of like tied up, and the 5 ball blocks the pocket for the 11 in the lower left-hand corner. But he can't afford to take the low balls because he doesn't have a legitimate shot on the low ball. His first shot should be the 13, and if I were he, possibly, I would go into the 10 and 15 with some speed here, just to scramble those balls a little bit.
Clear the rail, basically.
Right. Now, see, he's going to have to open up that rail, shoot the 11 at a later time in this rack up to the other corner.
Uh-huh.
Because there is no pocket for the 11 other than a cross side bank on the 11.
I gotcha.
And there aren't any balls around the 11 to alleviate him of that problem. So he should go into the 10 and the 15 now with a little bit of speed right here. Oh, he opted not to do that. See, the first shot of a fresh rack, it's really not playing haphazard because you're going to have a lot of options out there, and you're going into a group of balls where you got a lot of your color there.
Okay.
So therefore, the likelihood of not coming up with a shot is very unlikely.
Okay. That's
why I like scrambling them a little bit, and creating a better position for myself later on in the rack for the 11.
Yeah, I think he could have cleared them, but he's got a strategy in mind here.
But he doesn't have many opportunities, to succeed. He's only got one lone ball, the 14, down this end of the table to deal with the 11. He may not be able to end on that right angle that he wants to do it.
I got it. Yeah.
That's why he wanted to reposition possibly maybe another stripe down here, which would have actually increased his chances of dealing successfully with the 11. And plus, with the way the balls are laying right now, he really can't do much with the cue ball.
Okay.
They're grouped up, and he really can't do much with the cue ball. He wants to be creative.
Well, he's going to cut the 10. And when he does that, he may knock the 15 right off the rail. No, couldn't hit it.
See, you want to open the balls up a little bit so you can have more options.
Yeah, he's stiffed himself here. The only shot that I can see that's legitimate is the 14 at this point.
And he doesn't really want to shoot the 14. That's his get out of jail card for the 11.
Okay.
So now he's forced to shoot the 14, a ball he didn't want to shoot, but he has no choice unless he plays a safety.
Well, how about playing a safety and trying to improve the position of balls by banking the 14 up the rail into the 15 and trying to stick the cue ball on the 3 ball?
Well, that's an option, but I don't think it's a very, very viable option. He's better off going ahead and trying to run out from this position, cutting the 14 in. You really don't want to let the magician at the table. If you let Efren at the table, you want it to be off of one of your misses. You don't want to be off of a safe play. He has no chance of winning.
I gotcha, yeah.
Reyes steps to the table. Now his position is much better than it was before Bustamante stepped to the table. He really don't have very many problem balls, if he has any. The 5 ball goes, the 7 goes, the 3 goes, the 6 goes. It's the 4. He'll probably play position for the 4 ball next, or possibly the 7.
Yeah, if he has any trouble, it's the 7.
He's played for the 4. He's going to shoot the 4 next. Efren Reyes is regarded by most of his peers as being the best all-around player in the world today.
Do you believe he's going to try and run into the 9 here, or is he going to move around the balls?
Oh, he hit the 7. Well, what a mistake that was. That was really a big mistake because not only did he run into the 7 and push it out of line where he can't make it, there aren't any low balls in that area for him to deal with.
Okay.
There are only high balls down there, which now makes Bustamante a real big favorite to win this game.
Yeah, in addition, where the 9 is laying, it prevents him from banking the 7 ball, getting in some kind of position where he come with a banked escape.
So he's really created a big, major problem for himself when he ran into the 7. 7 does not have any pocket other than a bank. If it does have a bank, I believe he may have a bank cross-side on the 7 if he's able to position the cue ball perfectly for that type of a shot.
Well, Scott Smith is looking at it, and he's telling us it doesn't look like a bank is open today. Well, he's going to have to earn his title, the magician, on this out. Well, you know, the only position that's saving him a little bit here is those balls are blocking Bustamante's shots.
Okay, he intentionally missed that ball. See what he did? Now, he's a very intelligent player. He did something that very rarely we see any of the players in this tournament do. He repositioned a ball of his color on the side of the table where his problem ball was.
Exactly.
Or is. And the reason he did that is because he needs an ally down there to deal with the problem. Because you just can't step to the table and deal with the problem if you don't have a solution for it.
Sure.
Repositioning one of his color down there gives him a possible solution to deal with his problem in the 7 ball later on.
Well expressed, William. Well expressed. You have a nod of approval of one of our spectators.
Bustamante now repositioning the 14, okay, and behind the 5, okay. I don't know if that was wise for him to do that.
Well, he's looking to prevent, you know, an easy attack by Efren. And I can tell you, the innings are going to be mounting in this game because this is going to start taking on the look of a one-pocket game.
Okay, now Efren is looking at the 7 maybe to give himself some relief by hitting the 7. That's a mistake because notice the 5 and the 14. The 14 is aiming pretty much so into the pocket, and the 11 ball is on top of the 5, which seems like it could be a triple combination, which favors Bustamante.
Well, that might have been Bustamante's strategy there.
So Efren can't afford to pocket a ball here because every ball of his color that's left on the table gives him a better chance of winning this particular game. What he has to have in mind is positioning balls to relieve, you know, problem areas.
Okay.
You know, to
I gotcha.
To alleviate the problem. He cannot try to make a ball here. He would like to position the 3 on the other side of the table, like cross bank it over there. And the reason I said that is because if he positions a ball on the other side of the table, that's a ball that he can break loose the 5 from the 14 with.
Okay.
You know, so he's got multiple problems on the table, so he has to have an antidote for each one of them.
This rack is going to take some very deliberate play to get to the bottom of.
This is the kind of 8 ball a lot of people are really interested in watching. You know, it's a cerebral game. There's a lot of moves. It's like a chess game, if you will. And I'm sure that this type of a game thoroughly entertains you.
Oh yeah. Now let me ask you, why do you think he moved the 11 out there?
Well, he moved the 11 out there maybe to give himself more of an option with the cue ball, but perhaps that was the wrong thing to do because of the position of the 5 and the 14.
Okay.
But keep in mind, the 11 still is a possible ball to shoot into the 5 and 14. It doesn't have to be on the rail.
Okay.
But more in the center of the table gives him more options with the 11. Now he has more pockets to shoot the 11 in, which in turn gives him more creativity with the cue ball.
Well, the way the balls are laying now, you know, if I'm Efren here, I'm going to shoot at the 5 into the 14, make the 14, and put the cue ball behind the 8 and the 3. And that eliminates one obstacle. He just wasn't ready to do it for them. He must not have liked the angle. He looked at it. But you see what I was getting at? There was bump the 14 in, put the cue ball behind the balls, eliminate one obstacle. Now you got shots down the rail. This speed. Nice touch.
He didn't improve his position with that. Now the 14 will not go. Before he shot, possibly it could have gone.
Well, the fact that it doesn't go, I don't think hurts him in the sense that if it goes, then Efren could shoot it in and